Welcome to the Straight Red Card. This is segment 2. I know I sound really lucid. I'm not sure how lucid I actually am, but we're going to keep marching through here. By the way, Brett, there's this guy, and he runs a YouTube page called USMNT Videos. And this guy's been a lifesaver for me for months, because he does a breakdown of every touch of every player for the U.S. men's national team. Maybe not everybody, but he gets to everybody eventually. So he'll have
great focuses primarily on the key players and then works backwards from there.
Exactly. Yeah. So these are the key players. Like, say you missed the match that Sargent just played, and we didn't, but say you did, and you want to know every touch that Sargent took in that 13 minutes, defensively, offensively, steals, losing the ball, whatever. You want to know the key points. He breaks down the videos. I don't know the guy's name. I think we should have him on the show at some point, because this guy is a fanatic. Imagine how much time it must take to watch all of this footage and just clip out all the parts where, De La Fuente touched the ball. It's crazy. So,
in all honesty, he doesn't have to worry about adding commentary to it. So he just has to watch it, make notes of it, and then go back and snippet it out. Which, don't get me wrong, you're still watching an hour and a half for just one player. Maybe I don't know if there's another team that has two players, but one player. So I mean, it's still very time consuming. But at least he can just sit there on his down, or he or she, could be a she.
We don't know who it is.
Yeah. But you can
reach out to us, contact us.
Yes. Yeah, we'd love to have you guys on there.
Yep.
You guys, I don't know if it's a team. That'd make more sense if it was a team.
It could be, because that's a lot of fucking video to go through for.
That would be such an easy thing to do. If you just get like 2 or 3 guys, you go through there and
it's so
take this
easy
one, you take that, and you break it down. You watch about 3 games each. You break down the videos and you throw them up there. Eventually, you get monetized and you just start making the money.
You think you think it's easy rounding up 2 or 3 or 4 guys? It's not. How many more guys did you know who would be like, yeah, I want to do a soccer show? Yeah, that's great.
They're not doing a show, though. That's the thing. They're just doing snippets. Like, hey, let's do a soccer. you like soccer? Watch these players you like, and then we'll snippet all their cuts, all their touches, and throw it up there. Now, I'm not saying it's not time consuming. It's definitely time consuming. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying it'd be easier if there was like 3 or 4 guys watching this handful of players.
You're just like I said, you're acting like it's really easy to gather up 2 or 3 guys who want to do this shit for free. It's not.
Once you get to monetization, though, I mean, you're good to go.
Yeah, you're assuming the guy that runs the site is actually thinking about paying those other 2 guys who are just fanatic soccer fans. So.
If he's capable of getting to do the work for free, that props to you.
Oh, I can't. No, I cannot abide by that, Brett. No, they need to be paid and paid well.
Oh, I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying, if you can manage it, props to you.
Wasn't this show about Reyna?
You brought this up.
Yeah, but you made it worse.
Well, sure. Why not? Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Let's talk about Reyna.
Claudia Reyna, who played for Dortmund in their setup is a 4-2-3-1.
Every touch game for.
And we got to watch the game. Well, I got to watch the game. And did you, Brett? The whole game, or just
Not
parts
the whole game,
of it?
No, just parts of it.
Okay. Yeah. So they played a 4-2-3-1. That's how they lined up. And Reyna played in the middle of the 3 in the 4-2-3-1. And essentially almost making him an offensive-minded, attacking-minded midfielder. But he went back and played a lot of defense, too.
Gasp.
So people are going to say now, hey, Gregg, he can do this. He put him in the midfield. But we don't play a 4-2-3-1, Brett.
I would argue and say that Reyna could cover as much, if not more, ground than Leggett does.
Oh, for sure. No doubt.
So, all right, let's talk about his game, then we'll talk about his future with the men's national team.
Okay, cool. In the game, he played fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, he had some amazing back and forths with Haaland. He really could have scored 2 goals if somebody didn't step in front of him and kick it in. I just thought he had a wonderful game, and he's a locked-in starter for Dortmund for the rest of the season. And frankly, after watching this, and after watching Bayern struggle against Gladbach, I really do believe this is Dortmund's moment to win the Bundesliga. This is the year with Haaland, who frankly looks like better than any player on the planet right now.
I'm honestly surprised that another team didn't pick him up this season. I expected that he was going to be gone. But
yeah,
hell, he had what 2 goals and 2 assists that game? I mean,
dude, what
a monster of a game.
He's ruthless. The kid is ruthless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's still there. But then again, somebody may have offered him Lukaku money, and he just said, Dortmund just said, no, we're keeping him for another year. We're going to make a run. And I imagine that he's got a couple more years on his contract. Because I mean, if he was down to like 1 year left, I imagine Dortmund would have sold like crazy. I imagine the offers from other teams coming out of the facsimile machine. That's known as a fax. We don't do those anymore, people, or I guess most people won't even know what a fax is. And if it had the word Haaland on it, it just went straight to the shredder. Dortmund were like, nah, this guy's going to play 1 more year for us, and he's going to double in value again. You know, they're going to be looking for the biggest money you have ever seen when they sign Haaland. And Reyna is working himself up there, not in Haaland territory, but still, he's just, for his age, it's just fucking ridiculous how good this kid is. I'm sorry, Brett, I'm gushing. Sure. I know we don't usually gush, but God damn, this kid's good.
Yeah, no, it's definitely impressive. It's amazing how Dortmund, year after year, manages to scout out these uber talented players at such a young age, and then just like makes out like bandits with selling them off later. Like I recall during the whole Pulisic era. They made like a transfer of like 5 players, and like 3 of them came from their academy or something like that, or they got on the free, whatever, it doesn't matter. And 2 of them they paid like 2 million each, but then they ended up selling it, and they came out like 150 million euro in the positive. It's just fascinating.
Dortmund must be like just have money tucked away at this point. They are selling so many young players. And the other great
cushions of their benches, so that way the players are comfortable.
They're such a fantastically run organization. Like the guy that runs this team, the general manager, should like run for president of Germany, or chancellor, of Germany. I mean, really, that's how smart this organization is. And then the joy with which these young players play on the pitch during the game. When Haaland was happy for Royce, Royce was happy for Haaland. Haaland and Reyna had a fucking great time as they reviewed Reyna's goal to make sure it wasn't offsides or whatever. I mean, they were just fucking having a great time.
Haaland was out there when they were reviewing his goal, his the 5th goal. He was out there whistling with the refs, It was just he's enjoying himself there. And I know this is off topic from what we should be focusing on, because we're predominantly a US men's national team, but I mean him being successful for Dortmund means that Reyna is going to be successful.
It is.
Reyna is successful. That's all that matters. He just the confidence of playing for a winning team, setting up assists, running off, getting goals too. He's running high right now.
It's great. A joy to watch. Like when I turn on a Dortmund game, when I start watching, I'm like, now I am just really like, I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
I know Chelsea's going to have like kind of these up and down moments, but Dortmund's just so fun to watch because there's such joy in the way they play. All these flick on heel passes.
Attack.
I love it. It's just so fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's bump onto some other guys. Dest also played for Barcelona. Yeah. He was he was good. He was competent. He wasn't, an anchor. He didn't cause any problems. He made some good plays. But really, it wasn't a fun game to watch, to be honest. I watched the whole game with my mom. I was at home with my parents again this past weekend, as I am every 2 weeks since this whole ridiculous COVID thing started to help them out. Actually, they helped me out too. I can tell you, I need some good food, and whenever I go there, I get good food. So, yeah, not much more to say about that, unless you have anything to add on Des.
No, I was just looking at his stats for the game and everything like that. I pulled it up on Twitter from USMNT only. And he had 55 touches. He's 23 out of 25 passes, so 92% there.
Yeah.
2 dribbles completed. That's a weird stat to run up on. But 2 tackles and 6 duels won. It sounds like he had a decent game. I mean, I didn't get to watch him, unfortunately, but yeah.
Yeah. And then we had Joe Scally, who started at left back for Gladbach against Bayern on Friday. And he played really well at a position that he's just sort of embracing. He's not a left back. He's never been a left back. And he's just embracing the left back in him. And it's kind of awkward to watch sometimes because you can see, oh, yeah, he's still pretty right-footed, but he's not doing bad with his left. So really good game for Scally, covering the best players in the Bundesliga versus Bayern. Props to him.
Yeah.
Already inserting himself into discussion.
Yeah.
Brett for left back already.
Yeah. We need to bounce back to Reyna at the end of this, but because we left something out completely.
What did we leave out?
We left out the fact that he's playing central mid for Dortmund, but we didn't really talk about his future with the national team.
Well, you might think, based on what you watched, I'm guessing, Brett, that this should put pressure on Berhalter to think more of Reyna as a midfielder.
Not only his performance here, but also the emergence of other people. BS.
But my problem with him in this system that they play at Dortmund is it's a 4-2-3-1. And essentially, he's playing like right behind Holland, the best center forward in the world right now, in my opinion. And I don't know how that boosts his benefides or boosts that the fact for Berhalter to go ahead and start during the World Cup qualifiers playing him as a midfielder. I like the idea of it because I think he could do it better than Leggett for sure. But I don't know if Gregg's going to make that leap.
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't think Gregg's going to make the leap because Leggett's one of his boys. So I don't think that's – I would be honestly shocked and surprised if he decided to go without starting him if Leggett's healthy. But quite frankly, with the emergence of Conrad out wide, I think the possibility of bringing Reyna back into the midfield instead and we're still 4 deep on the wings at that point of very talented players in Europe that are playing. I think that gives us the freedom to do so and have McKennie and Adams more or less just boss the midfield, with Reyna having some defensive liability, but not much.
But then again, that means you're playing a different formation than Gregg has played. He doesn't play a 4.
I think, in all honesty, given the ground that Leggett covers, I honestly think that Reyna can do that and more into the attack as well. So I don't think you need to change the formation. You can keep it the same. Reyna may have a little more defensive responsibility, but I think that's a viable compromise.
If Gregg played dual sixes, I'd be with you. But Gregg never plays dual sixes. He plays dual 8s with a 6. So
sure.
I just don't see him.
All you have to do is all Gregg has to do is say, "Hey, McKennie, make sure you cover the defense a little bit more."
I mean,
You can
I
still
know
get to the attack, but
you are
make sure you
not
cover
the
that.
first person that said play Reyna as a 10-8. And he hasn't played a 10-8 since he was at Columbus for Halter, when he had a player who could legitimately pull off a 10 and not so efficiently pull off somewhat of a sketchy 8. But Berhalter's going to want an 8. He needs an 8. And I'm not saying Reyna couldn't do it. I just think Reyna in Berhalter's mind is stuck out wide right now. And I hope I'm wrong. And I like Brett's idea. And I'd like to see it. But I don't think he's going to experiment with that in World Cup qualifiers unless we're winning 3-0 against El Salvador. And he's like, well, let's just fucking screw with things a little and let Reyna, play a more attacking role.
Sorry, when we're playing El Salvador, I think we can gamble it regardless.
If we're up 3-0,
I don't care. We come out in the first minute. Just throw it out there. Fuck it.
dude. El Salvador is nothing to sneeze at.
I'm not saying they're not nothing to sneeze at, but we've got so much talent in that winger spot now that if Reyna does not get pushed back into the midfield, somebody's sitting on the sidelines in Europe. Essentially.
It's true. If you put Reyna in midfield, it opens up that other wing to Aronson or to Weah or to Conrad.
I'm looking at that extra fourth spot. So it basically what you'd be looking at, and Aaronson's been so on key with us that you're looking at leaving either Conrad or Weah at home if you don't move Reyna back.
Yeah, or on the bench warming. So, all right. I think that's it for this segment, and we'll move on to segment 3. We're going to continue to cover players and talk about this weekend, but also talk about in context how it relates to the future, which is soon, which is World Cup qualifiers. Until then, cheers. Take a shot for me. Take a shot for Brett. Or, you can take a puff too, if that's what you're into. That's what I do. All right. I do both. Until the next time on the Straight Red Card. Cheers.